I'm going on an adventure today. I'm gonna see what it's like to go without barcodes for a day. Like, it's a challenge, so I challenge everyone to kind of try this. But I'm gonna give you ideas too, because the Father gave me ideas. It helps you get out of the system and become more independent in Christ, so you're not reliant on government and government systems. It helps you. It's okay, like, you could be dependent on Christ and independent in Christ, okay? So rely on Christ, but be independent and active in Him, okay? Some people think it's a sin to call yourself independent. Well, you can be independent in Christ. It's my belief. So, this is fun. So I wanted to share this stuff with you. This is stuff, like, I woke up today and I was like, no, I'm here to serve the Lord. Like, the enemy was in my face about barcodes, mark of the beast, all this stuff. He was in my face. And I was like, I don't receive it. I cancel your assignment in Yeshua's name. And I just cried out to Father today. And I wanted to tell you my solution. This is called Barcode Free Day. Okay? Maybe Barcode Free Life. And I wanted to let you guys know I'm below the poverty line. This is the money I got today. Actually, was charity given to me. So I wanted to share what I'm doing different to help save my family and stuff like that. Okay, so for one, okay, so we have sodas. Okay, so most people want a soda every once in a while. Okay, so you don't really have to drink soda. If you have well water, drink the well water. You could probably order online a filtration system to where you don't have from a company where you don't really have to worry about barcodes. But if you need a soda, I wouldn't buy the can or the bottle, because every bottle has barcodes on them, okay? And Daddy in Heaven showed me today that yes, absolutely, those three lines in the middle are Vav, 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 okay? Vav means 6, straight lines, okay? That means they crucified Messiah. It's like Egypt was built on the backs of slaves. We're slaves to our system. Okay, so this is how I was kind of figuring out how to fix this. Some people are doing soda machines. Some people learn how to make old-fashioned sodas. But this one, you don't really need a barcode to buy a regular soda. Okay, you want a soda, and you get like a lot more soda in this than you do in this. See, I think so. Anyway, now this is cool. Okay, and I can tell you how to do this in the city, and I can tell you how to do this in the fields. Okay, I practiced in both places. Now this is just practice run for me. Alright, so I went to, if you're in the country, if you go buy your produce and milk from the farm, you don't have to worry about barcodes. So yeah, see, fresh milk, really fun. And if you live in near farmland, that is the best way to go with that. Is farmers market, which is something what Caroline Leaf said, that you need to go get your produce from the farmers market, is what she's been saying. And a lot of people don't use pesticides, like the real farmers. A lot of them don't use pesticides. They're really cool. But you should still wash all your produce. But yeah, and it just says organic, organic, organic. Now, so the person gave me charity today. That was really nice of them. And I got chicken, like a whole chicken. It might last me a few weeks if I prepare it right, you see, or a week, like, or at least like half a week if I prepare it right, you know. So this is really fun. It's only $14. And so after my farm run, where I got my chicken and my milk, didn't have to use barcodes there. I went, and this is something you guys can do. All staple foods, like check out Sprouts, check out Whole Foods if you're in the city. You could kind of avoid barcodes at those stores. And so and then this is small town stuff. You'll see like the big staple foods, you can like hand pour. They have hand pour rice, hand pour split peas, hand pour all that stuff. And there's probably like different ways you could get produce and meat and stuff like that. So I don't want you. And what's really good is most restaurants, most restaurants, you don't use barcodes for restaurants. The restaurant uses barcodes on the receipt, but you don't scan anything, you know, so. And it's not the 3 Vavs at the restaurant. You see, it's just straight lines, see? So, I don't know. Y'all decide on that. And so if you're like, I don't have a way to eat, you could go to Taco Bell. You could go to, if you're poor like me, because I'm below poverty line, or you could go to your local diner. And they say the system is, because the system's called the Unloving Antichrist system, which means support your mom and pops, okay? And go back to handmade, pioneer way, sewing, baking, that kind of stuff. And that kind of stuff is cool. You can kind of use this government a little as a way, like, okay, George Bush, no kid left behind. Okay, no spare left behind, okay? We're all praying for all people to be saved, okay? Past, present, and future. Then we have an agreement with masters and services throughout the world today, okay? So no kid left behind, okay? Then we have Barack Obama, promote change, okay? They want change, okay? So what do we want? We want honesty. We want honesty in our change system, okay? So that's what we want. So we can promote change, and that's biblical. That we want that dishonesty out of our system, right? That's totally biblical. So then we got Trump, make America great again. Well, that's just great. I like that too. I don't know. I was gonna make that. I couldn't figure out how to make that. Oh, independence in Messiah Yeshua, the real Messiah Yeshua. Okay, so independence in Him, meaning go back to taking care of yourself and not relying on the world system. Okay, you don't want to rely on everyone else. Okay, but you want to be able to create love and family within this system, within this Christian family. Okay, I really like that as a ministry tag. Okay, so then we have so yeah, oh, just use those, you know. So okay, so I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so okay, everyone's like, well, I need to buy seeds. No, you don't really need to buy seeds. You could go buy produce. This produce doesn't have little tags on them typically, and you get the seeds from the produce. Okay, you don't have to. And then you just go to a grocery store and you have seeds. Like I could, you know, all this stuff. If you have the fruit, if you have the veggie, you have the seed. You just have to extract the seed from the fruit and veggie, and it's a lot cheaper than going out and buy, and you can get it as you go versus going out and buying big old bags of seeds. So you go and you plant, you know, you could do a little garden. You could just get, like, people like, well, I live in an apartment, I can't grow a garden. Well, just get a pot, like one of those big pots, and plant like little tomato plants, you know. So tomato plants, like whatever your favorite fruit or veggie is, you know. So not everyone's gonna have livestock and stuff like that, but yeah. So I was gonna say, local farmers markets, your local grocery stores. This is a Christian. Oh, go! I love this grocery store. So I'm like, so yeah, I just got a bunch of produce. Like, it doesn't have any barcode. Like, this doesn't have a barcode on it. You know, they just weigh it at the register. Nothing scanned. This is called, you know, this is just our barcode free day. Now I will tell you I did mess up because I went up to, I'm still stumbling a little with it, but I went up to the fireworks stand and I bought a bunch of stuff and there was barcodes on it. But yeah, so bananas, see, they have like a little barcode on it, but it doesn't look the same as the others. It doesn't seem like it's the same one. It doesn't seem the same to me. So I'm like, but they didn't scan it, they just weighed it and typed it in, so they're not really using them at the store. So like, but I think I think this is kind of a cool way. Of course, they have like a Disney symbol on this barcode, but it's okay. It's Dole stuff. But anyway, this is like the produce barcodes aren't the same as the regular ones. I don't know. They look weird, and a lot of times they don't use them. You just weigh it or type it in. So you don't have to really use barcodes for produce. That's just for their inventory anyway. So, but farmers market, you don't really have to worry about them anyway. I realized. So, with the small town grocery stores, they didn't really use it. They're just like, oh, bananas, type it in, you know. So, yeah, and look at this. I just found, like, this is why I like this, because some of them handwrite it just like they did in the old days, you see. So this is Like I just got a beefsteak, and everything's handwritten. Like they type it, no code, nothing like that. They used to just put a little sticker on it, you know, nothing crazy. But people are getting away from that. They want the fancy systems. Maybe the answer is slowing down a little. You know, just like Duck Dynasty teaches a little. They're like, hey, why don't you slow down a little, get out in nature, you know, like we have this TV show, but get out in nature, you know. So I love this. The guy blessed them, and they still be blessed too. May he continue as ascend to heaven. I was like, there's like 8 weeks of bereavement time, or no, 8 days of bereavement time. So 7 days of bereavement. It's called the Shiva, 7 days of bereavement for the Jews. Okay, which is interesting because the Hindus have a god named Shiva, or in our faith it's El Shuva. Okay, so Elohim Shuva. Okay, so this is like the stretch where you're stretching to get built back up. That's kind of why they say Shiva or El Shuva is the father of restoration. Okay, so it means father, the supreme deity who restores. El Shuva, that's what that means. Elohim Shuva. Okay, so that's really cool, right? How that kind of connects. Maybe not the pictures they draw, or they're maybe not the same, the epics that they believe in regards to those, you know, but very interesting how that faith kind of slid in right there. So I love that. But they did 7 days of bereavement, 8 days for a pope. We had and then this Pope Francis just passed, and then we have a year where they ascend into heaven. A year, okay, that's a whole year of bereavement time. So it's really interesting. So I just imagine this time where they're just going up the staircase. My grandfather just passed away in August, named after the month named after his father, August. So I was like, well, that is my sign that he made it and went back into the bosom, Abraham's bosom, and is gathered with his ancestors. Okay, so I love that. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So yeah, but look, no barcodes here, and so yeah, really fun. That's how I was just letting you know. Now, this is so I was just letting you know that that's really a really great way. And I think some of these fireworks stands, if you get fireworks, I think some of them might not do. I like this is a small town little fireworks stand, so I'm not really worried about barcodes there. And then so anyways, and then so I wanted to tell you guys, if you're living in the city, I had a lot of luck, I don't know, favor with Whole Foods. Okay, Whole Foods, if you're looking for a barcode freeway, Whole Foods is a gold mine. Okay, so I wanted to let you guys know that, and a lot of other grocery stores probably do that stuff too. So I don't know, should be a lot of fun. If you want to take the challenge, you know, like some of these girls who do makeup and stuff, they're like, I'm doing a makeup haul today. Okay, so this is kind of like, it's kind of like that. Okay, and then they're like, I'm going to challenge you to go on this makeup haul, and I want you to do a video and tell me how your makeup haul went. Well, this is my barcode free day. I want to know how your barcode free day did. So I'm going to send that challenge out, and if you want to do one, put it on your channel. Okay, put your channel in my comments, and I'll watch your barcode free day. Give us ideas you get, you know, we'll share the ideas. So what else could I help out with in regards to this? I don't know, I might go to Sprouts today to see if they have a way, because that's a farmer's market. It's a big farmer's market, so I might go walk around and let you guys know what I see over there. So I don't know, I don't have a lot to do today otherwise, so but yeah, so I'll have some news coming hopefully in a few weeks. Can't wait to tell you guys about it. And so yeah, comment below, see if there's anything else. Is there anything else? Oh, this is my next thing I want to tell you guys. Okay, so I was saying about NDE stuff, and a lot of people have different blueprints, different callings. Everyone has a different calling in this world today. But I wanted to let you guys know, Okay, if you look at the ways of our ancestors, the Native Americans or Native wherever you are, because you have Native Africa, you have Native England, you have Native Europe, and this is Native America. I'm like, we did not come here to learn how to get on a computer necessarily. We came here to learn how to live within this ecosystem, environment, and tribe, okay? And we didn't, so like a lot of the stuff that we have today is a blessing, but rebellious. It's a little rebellious, okay? Because we have to learn how to keep everything we have sustainable, environmentally friendly, and that we are a blessing to this earth, and that we're healing this earth and not hurting this earth, okay? So a major part of our mission here is to learn how to not just survive in this environment, but thrive in this environment, okay? Now, it used to be through hunting and gathering, and it developed into farming. So I love both of those, and that's why my husband Justin, he's a hunter. I'm a flexitarian, and he does not go a day without me. He's named after Saint Isaac, so I think that's really funny. And I'm named after Saint Rebecca, so I'm like, this is a really fun little like, and I'm learning. Like, I grew up in the city, so I don't know how to do all this stuff yet, but I know how to farm. Like, this is my first time learning how to grow vegetables, but I learned. Okay, so I learned how to do it, and so I'm like, aha, I know how to do it now. But Justin, he hunts, he fishes, and can survive off of that stuff. And he knows the herbs you can eat and the types of herbs you can eat. Okay, out in the woods. I know that you can make like pine needle tea, and that's kind of good nutrients. But yeah, so I just want to encourage you guys, check out those ways a little. Oh, this is cool. So I learned this trick. I'm gonna learn how to do it first. I haven't done this yet. I just like experimented with braiding. But okay, so let's say you are living out in the wild. Maybe you could learn how to weave baskets. Okay, that's a simple trap for what, like if you want to try to trap a bunny or a squirrel or something for food. Learn how to weave a basket, and that's if you learn how to weave a basket, you have a fish trap, you have a small animal trap if you were gonna hunt that way. And then everything else, if you're vegan, vegetarian, you have to learn how to gather. So just learn how to gather, Some people are very strict vegetarian. I'm a flexitarian, so I think about those things, So Justin is very paleo, kind of like loves meat. So, but yeah, and then with the Jewish people, they always, if they ate animal, they replace the animal, okay? So that is the Hebraic way. If they ate animal, they replaced the animal. Okay, they always did restitution for the animal. Okay, so I just want to encourage you guys to kind of explore those ways. And if you want to do a barcode-free day, let me know. If it goes well, and if this is fun for you, let me know. This is a fun topic. Actually, it's an adventure. So I hope this is helpful. And I will probably learn more as I go, and I'll probably do another one's video soon because I want to make sure I got it perfect. And so yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.